This video will explain how to limit products to be transported to only specific ones when products are being transported. By using the product filter function, only products that satisfy a specific condition can be transported. This function can be used with Gemini version 1.48 or later. Open the How to Limit Products to be Transported.vcmx. Play the simulation. In this layout, for different types of products are defined within two flow groups. Each product has both product properties and component properties set to them. Products are randomly generated by the feeder and are transported to the sync process via the buffer. First, we will set a product filter function to this layout. This section will explain the product filter function. The product filter function limits the products transported to the process. By setting conditions to the products, only products that satisfy those conditions can be loaded. Filters can be set by assembly slots and process routine statements for loading products such as transport in and transport pattern in. Here, we will use the transport in filter. The details of this filter can be found under Help on the product filtering page. We will set a product filter to the sync process transport in statement. First, go to the Process tab, Editor, select Processes, and click the sync. Select the transport in statement within the sync process. The product filter function can be set from Product Filter in the Statement Properties window. As a filter condition is not set as a default, all products are loaded. A filter can be added by clicking the Add Product Filter button. Now we will explain each product filter. First, we will explain the product type filter. This filter limits the products being loaded by adding a filter to the product type or flow group. We will add a product type filter and add its settings. Here, we have set box 1 to accepted product types. Play the simulation. Only box 1 will be transported to the sync. Next, select flow group number 2 to accepted flow groups and play the simulation. Box 1 as well as box 4 of flow group 2 will be transported to the sync. This concludes the explanation of the product type filter. Next, we will explain about the product property filter. This filter limits the products being loaded by adding a filter to the product property value set to the product. We will add a product property filter and add its settings. Set SKU to target property and 123 to comparison value. Make sure to put 123 in double quotation marks. We will leave the comparison operator as its default value, which is equal. We will also deselect the checkbox of the product type filter set previously to disable it. Play the simulation. Products that have SKU in their product properties with a value of 123, such as box 1 and box 4, are transported. Now we will change the comparison value to 345 and play the simulation. SKU exists in the product properties of the products, and a product with a value of 345, which is only box 3, is transported. That concludes the explanation of the product property filter. The third type of filter is the expression filter. This filter limits the products being loaded by adding a filter for checking whether a set conditional expression is satisfied. Properties set to products or variables of processes with placed statements, including filters, can be used as conditions. We will now set variables to the sync process and use those variables to set an expression filter. Open the Routine Properties window for the sync process by clicking the Sync Process label on the sync process. Click Add New Variables, and select Integer Variable to add an integer variable. Change the name of the integer variable from integer_1 to height. Next, click the Statements icon in the top right, and add an Assign Variable statement to the sync process. Move the statement to above the transport in statement by dragging and dropping. From the Assign Variable Statement Properties window, input height into Target Property and 400 into Value Expression. Next, click the Transport in Statement and under Product Filter in its Statement Properties window, click the Add Product Filter button and add an expression filter. In the expression filter setting, input product.component.height_z greater than symbol height into the expression property. Product.component.height_z includes the height_z property for transporting products. In addition, height includes the height variables set on the sync process. Therefore, if the height_z property of the product is bigger than the 400 value set for the height variable, that product is accepted as it satisfies the condition. Disable the product property filter added previously. Play the simulation. Products with a height_z of 400 or more such as Box 2, Box 3, and Box 4 are transported to the sync. This concludes the explanation of the expression filter. The final type of filter is the specific product filter. This filters limits the products being loaded by adding a filter with the product instance. A product instance refers to a product that is made and moves during the simulation. We will see how this filter works using a different layout. Open the How to Limit Products to be Transported _2.vcmx. Play the simulation. After the product moves from the feeder process to the manual process, it moves to the CMM process for a short moment. After that, it moves to the manual process again, and then is unloaded at the sync process. Go to the Process tab, Editor, click Processes, and then click the Manual process. A specific product filter is set to the second transport in statement. Product in is set to the product variable name. This product in is a routine property with the same product instance as the product in of the product loaded at the first transport in. This can be confirmed during the simulation on the Routine Properties window. This means that the second transport in statement only receives products when they match the product instance of the product loaded in the first transport in. Therefore, the second transport in statement loads only boxes that have come from the CMM. This concludes the explanation of the specific product filter. The 4 types of filters introduced in this video can also be combined. Open the How to Limit Products to be Transported.vcmx again. Go to the Process tab, Editor, and select Processes. Click the Sync, and then select the transport in statement within the sync process. Select any desired filters. Here, we have selected the expression filter and the product type filter. Also, when multiple filters are enabled, an and/or list box will be displayed. When set to and, products will be loaded when the product satisfies both filters. Play the simulation. We can see that only box 4 satisfies both filters and therefore is the only one to be transported. When set to or, products will be loaded when the product satisfies either filters. Change the setting to or, and play the simulation. We can see that box 1 satisfies the product type filter, box 2 and box 3 satisfy the expression filter, and box 4 satisfies both the product type and expression filters, and therefore they all are now transported. This concludes our explanation on how to limit products to be transported. Thank you for watching.